Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I'm going to talk to you about my new favorite Harley Davidson. I've already got the chill bumps going because I got the pleasure of riding this Harley back in 2014 when I worked for a Harley Davidson dealership. We got to go to the dealer show each year, and this specific year, only a select amount of dealers actually got to participate and ride a concept bike called Livewire. It is an all-electric motorcycle, number one, which is unbelievable. So we got to go to the dealer show, and when we were there and got to experience it, I have been non-stop talking about it since then. The torque, the power, the instant just feeling of adrenaline. Been around bikes a very, very long time, and by far, this is the most unbelievable experience you will ever feel on any, from roller coasters, boats, drag cars, anything out there. I encourage you, please stop by the dealership and see what I'm talking about. I've already, by the time this airs, some of you have actually already ridden it. And I'm talking about my old school, hardcore, die-hard Harley riders that love the loud sound. There's very, very minimum sound. I mean, there's pretty much no sound of exhaust because there is no exhaust. And what you're hearing is it's a distinct hum. And it's, in my world, I call it like the total zen of motorcycles, because you get to experience the outdoors and hear this slight hum. You got to stop by and see it. So back in 14, rode it, the immediate torque, talked about it since then, and then when they first came out in I think 2019 is when they actually came out as a production model, and just hit in 2020 actually at dealerships. I was like, I'm getting one. I mean, I've bragged about it and talked about, telling everybody, friends, family, and that I'm gonna buy one. I'm going to buy one. And when I priced them, I was like, holy moly, being over MSRP and some of the fees that you pay, at new dealers, I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I wanna find one. And so I've been looking. Well, finally found one in San Diego, California, which is the one you see behind me. It had 4 miles, so it is previously enjoyed slightly. It shipped from San Diego to Dallas and picked it up Monday morning. And I'm telling you, I was like a kid on Christmas morning, excited. Went there personally, put it in the bed of my truck, drove it back to the dealership, got it unloaded, and I can't, what I've tried to describe to people, they're like, oh, okay. And I had a good friend of mine, Danny Doss, which was in the dealership yesterday, and I said, Danny, you gotta ride it. And he just rolled his eyes. He said, I'm not getting on that thing. I'm not getting on a sport bike. And he came back and his eyes were huge. And so for me to kind of explain to somebody and say to you guys what it's like, you have to come experience it. With it putting out 105 horsepower, 82 or 87 foot-pounds of torque, the numbers until you roll that throttle and it will just put you back in the seat. You better hang on, because it's the torque that it puts out, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. I feel like it's faster. I feel like I can do 0 to 60 in faster than 3 seconds on it, but it is the most unbelievable feeling on anything. I've had a good friend of mine, Todd Chapman, that said, I'm gonna buy it. I said, I'm gonna keep it. And I'm gonna keep it for a while. It is the funnest thing I've ever been on. All electric. So what I mean by that, there is no fuel. You don't have to worry about gas. You don't have to worry about motor oil. You literally plug it into your wall at home. It is not your super, all long distance at one. Number one, it is a more sport bike inspired motorcycle. They state that you can go 146 miles at once. That's in economy mode, and there's not a single person out there that's gonna ride in economy mode. They are literally going to get on it, feel the torque, feel the speed, and it is the most adrenaline rushing thing. And I was it 6 years later, and I'm still talking about it. I'm still excited about it. You can go about 100 miles. Any of the recharging stations takes you less than an hour to recharge it if it's at 0%. Don't worry, the 110 charger that you plug to the outlet at home is underneath the seat, which I think is super cool. Not having to stop at a gas station. This is going to be the new norm. I think that this technology is only going to get better. I'm super glad to be involved with it. I'm super glad to have one sitting behind me and to say that I own one and that I've ridden one, and to have it at the dealership is, it's humbling to say that we've got one. Because this is number 442 of 500 of the First Strike. The Revelation motor is at the very, very bottom. That is all you're saying is that's your drive. You just have to come and experience it. That's, I can talk about specs. I can talk and give you every spec that Harley puts out. Until you ride it, that's when you're good. The guys that have ridden it, my hardcore bikers, the die-hard, this is not a motorcycle. When they come back, they say, this is amazing. This is the most unbelievable thing. Please come down, visit us here at the store, down here at South Main Iron. Let us give you a tour of the building. Let us show you what this is all about. I get even more excited in person, so I encourage you, let me show you what I'm talking about, and come see us.